Enlightenment, the Age of Reason, the period of European history that dawned in the mid-600s, developed largely as a result of several important scientific advances that had taken place late in the Renaissance, the historical era that came before it. Among other things, the Renaissance had given rise to two new scientific instruments, the microscope and the telescope. As these devices came into widespread use during the 1600s, many educated people began to see their world in a new light, and as a result, they began to question the old explanation about how the universe functioned. This was due in part to the fact that their ability to see had been remarkably expanded outward by the telescope into the dark reaches of space and inward by the microscope into fantastic miniature world contained in a drop of pond water. Each new scientific discovery, whether it was in the chemistry, physics, astronomy, or biology, added to a wide-growing conviction that the unique human ability to solve problems in a logical way held the key that would in time unlock all the secrets of the universe. As faith in the power of reason and science grew, certain individuals began to rebel against the dogmatic beliefs and authoritarian political system that they believed were obstructing the free flow of human thought and expressions. In the year 1776, a desire to realize the noblest ideas of the age of reason, those of freedom, of equality, and of pursuit of happiness, led to the revolution of 13 American colonies against the English throne, and as a result, the world's first modern republic is born. Now let us take a closer look at this fascinating period of history by finding out how it developed and learning about the great contribution that certain people who lived during the Age of Reason made to our civilization. The Age of Reason grew out of the cultural Renaissance, which began in Italy around 1350, and that slowly spread northward across Europe. The Renaissance had been an era of rebirth and rediscovery, for during this time, artists, scholars, even politicians had tried to recreate the same level of culture greatness that had once existed in the ancient civilization of Greece and Rome. And although the Renaissance was a great time of religious devotion, when many fine churches were built, the people of that era were not involved in the religious in quite the same way as their medieval predecessors had been, for a growing number of people found themselves caught up in a new fascination with the physical world. As a result of this new fascination, ships sailed out from the Renaissance. Ports and voyages of world exploration, cities grew, trade increased, and created new wealth that occasionally matched the wealth of land-owning aristocracy. The invention of the printing press resulted in inexpensive books that allowed new ideas to rapidly spread. Christianity underwent a movement of reform, and eventually, near the end of the Renaissance, the foundation of modern science was laid down as a result of the research of men like Nicholas Copernicus and Galileo Galilei. These Renaissance trends, namely growth of science, of cities, of trades, and of political and religious freedom, as well as the intense fascination with this ancient civilization, were the raw material from which the Age of Reason was shaped.